Alrighty, what I'd like to do now is, I was going to go over the whole map, but I can tell we probably need some action. Okay, let's do some action. We were doing quotes yesterday, and customers. Okay, here's your assignment. I want you to do a brand new customer, okay? And you can choose whether you're going to add extra contacts or whatever. You have to do a customer and a quote with at least 3 line items on it. And one of those line items needs to be a discount, okay? That's the assignment, and we'll just kind of get started so you guys can get back in there. Anybody need a refresher on how to do that? You guys can start working. I'm going to start pounding through one as quick as I can, and it'll probably take me very quick. It might just key off a couple of reminders, okay? So a brand new person walks in. I'm going to say that the person's name is Tom Thompson, okay? So I'm going to come in here and I'm saying, hey, Tom, how you doing? Good. Let me see if I can find you in here in my system. Tom, do I have you in here? Oh, no, I don't have Tom in here. Let me add you real quick here, Tom. No problem. I'm going to put you as a normal customer. I'm going to quickly put in your first name, Tom, T-O-M-P-S-O-N.
T-H.
How's it go?
Thompson, T-H. That's okay. Go ahead, Thompson.
T-O-M-I-P-H. S-O-N like that?
No, that's okay. Just back out the H.
Every spelling counts nowadays.
Oh man, I don't even know. Okay, we'll just go Tom Smith. I just changed it. I can spell that one.
There you go.
Okay, and I can either gather all of his other information, but I'm going to just kind of show you the quick one. The other required field is right here at the zip. And I come down and I say, create the customer. And I say, you know what? Let's actually start a quick little cart for you. And right here, I'm going to go ahead and say, add an item. And Tom, what would you like to buy? Perfect. We can sell you 50 of those, no problem. Those are at $5 a piece, so 50 at $5. And I'm just going to quickly put it under part number other. We're going to be talking more about inventory in a second. If I wanted to, I'd say some item. Ideally, you would really know what you were doing, okay? And you'd say add to cart, and then I'm going to hit add. Just so you know, my cart is already starting to build. I'm at $250. I'm going to click add item again. Once again, keep working in the background. If you'd like to, you're welcome to watch, but I'm just kind of doing a quick little demo. And say there was a $10 fee for doing this particular thing that I was giving him. I'm going to just quickly do the fee, and I'm going to put some sort of description in there. And once again, my descriptions are very basic just because I'm rocking through it. Do the whole thing, and I'm actually going to do a manual. Actually, I'm going to do a line item discount on the $250 one. These 50 at the 5. There is still a $10 fee, but I'm going to actually apply a discount. I'm going to go edit next to that particular line, and I'm going to actually give this person a 25% discount on that. 25%, I'll scroll down to the bottom, say update. Click. So currently, his total cart value will end up being $197.50. He has 50 at $5 of some sort of item. He has one $10 fee, and he has one discount. He actually got $62.50 off because I gave him such a great 25% discount. And if I was just going to the cart level, I would say save cart. Actually, I'm going to add some printable notes. Tom is a great friend of mine. Tom, make sure and have fun and tell Mary that we miss her. So this is on my invoice, but this is something that I wanted to tell Tom. I'm going to say update cart, which makes that printable note stick, and then I'm going to say, whoop, let's say this is a quote. Click. I now have quote number 34. I walked through the whole process and just kind of did it. I did Tom Smith, not Tom Thompson. He changed his name. It was one of those legal things that he did. So, and he has 3 items, $250 for the one, 10. He got $62.50 off. He came through, and this is now a quote. He's like, great, I'll take this home and I will talk to my wife, which her wife's name is Mary. Couldn't remember. And here's where my printable notes. Tom, make sure and have and tell Mary oh, I messed it up. Guess what I'm going to do? Restore to cart. I'm going to fix that thing. That was a terrible note. Tom, make sure and tell Mary that we miss her. Okay, that's much better. and I'm gonna say save quote. Still back at 34, and I now have a much better little note thing. Also, just in the background, my history on this guy, it'll actually tell me that I've hit it twice, okay? Once was at 9:52 and once was at 9:53. And the reason it actually says that is originally I was just building it, but then I actually went back to this quote and made a modification.
Are we making quote or invoice, sure?
Let's go quote to this level.
Okay.
The neat thing is if you become a master at doing quotes and it doesn't hurt the system, to go to an invoice level, all it is 2 steps. It's only 2 steps beyond a quote can actually become an invoice. And that's called the checkout process. It's basically like, how are you going to pay? Create. Those are the 2 steps that actually happen beyond the quote. If you can master the quote process, I can teach that next little portion in a microsecond. And it's pretty normal, it just is what it is.
So,
Yes.
Taxes. You want to deal with that right now?
We do, and as we get into some stuff, you guys want to do some tax stuff right now? So you can pull your items in?
Yeah, just, I want
Okay.
I was playing with this before, this is what I struggle with, is taxes, and does it have taxes, and how do I get back to make sure it does have taxes?
Okay, great. As we actually have real inventory, often those are the things that are taxed. Some of the things that we're doing right here, they may or may not be. But currently, what we have is the tax settings are on the location level. Let's finish our assignment right here, and we will deal with taxes, because I think it'll actually muddy this particular assignment, okay? How we doing? Are you done on your stuff? Okay. And David, are you done, pretty much? Okay, great. How you doing, Craig?
Working on it, I just need to
Okay.
clear my,
Currently on my printable quote. If I restore this thing to cart, this is a cool little feature. If I restore it to cart, I actually get a special little link at the top, okay? It's right here in the middle. It says, view parent quote number 34. So it's actually a direct link right back to the actual quote if you wanted to see what the printable version of it looked like. Another cool thing is if you're in quote mode, guess what you have? Once you restore something to the cart, you'll get a brand new button that we have never played with that's called Save As. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. I just want to show you what the button looks like. All of a sudden it says, hey, use this button above, use the buttons above to keep this cart tied to quote number 34, which is actually a link. Or use the special button below to create a brand new quote with a new quote number. Sounds like a tongue twister. I would love to. So check this out. If my original quote had 3 line items right here, and it was a total of 197, my quote number is number 34. If I wanted to change this, say I wanted to add another item, and I said, hey, tell you what, why don't we actually do 2 at $20.05, some random number just for fun. And I'm just going to kind of put it under some shop supplies and say add it to the cart. So now my total would be $237.60. It still has the discount, still has the other fees. If I come down to the bottom and I say save as new quote, instead of doing 34 will stay original. And my new quote number is number 40. Okay? But so number 40 is for $237.60. Still Tom Smith, still all my pieces, still this type of stuff. But if I go back to number 34, so I change.
You have your link there for your quotes too.
My quotes, you mean?
Yep, might show them that.
Yeah, on my quotes.
It limits it to which ones you did, rather than seeing the quote homepage, which will show all the quotes in the last 30 days. Okay, so basically here's my differences. $237.60 and $197.50. I can restore either of these guys to the cart, but it was at a very minimal effort. All I had to do was just do a save as. Okay? One of the reads that I would highly recommend you do is from the view cart page. Okay? So basically you would start a cart, and where it says view cart up by the logo, that's a huge help file. It'll tell you a ton of pieces of that stuff. So say I actually restored one of these to the cart. this is the page where it says View Cart up by your logo. You want to read this help file. You really do, okay? It might take you just a second, but if this is your main interface, this will give you some major information as far as how to interact with the shopping cart. It's very huge, very huge. Awesome. Any questions? Anybody want to show us a fun one? I know that Cheryl, you were doing a great one. Why don't you give us a number? What's the quote number on that?
Okay, well, 42 is the one that I just added something to.
Okay, great, great. Let's go check it out. Everybody go on their quick search at the top. Quote 42.
This is my 18-year-old daughter.
Ah, great. So we have Mikkel Moore.
Did you charge her some rent?
Yes.
Oh,
Really nice discount though.
Yep, she did.
that's funny. So tell us a little bit about the car repairs, because that sounds like it's got a story to it.
Well,
Which car?
which car?
Oh, that does have
She's
a
got a car
story.
that she takes all the time up to the university that came home one day and it had orange stripes from the front light towards the back. And Shannon goes, "Whoa, what happened to that?" And Miguel goes, "What? What?" We all came out, we went, "Whoa, where did that happen?" What? I don't know. Well, it came out a couple days later. Apparently she was up at Bear Lake with friends, and she was backing or was she going forward? I think she was
Into the
going
gas
forward
pump.
out of the gas station. You know how they have those big, huge pylons so you don't run into their gas tank? Well, apparently she cut a little too close. It was orange. And pinstripe the car going back. Well, then about 3 or 4 weeks later, she calls and she says, "I need you to come pick me up." She had the family car this time. We said, "Why?" She said, "I lost his keys in the corn maze." We went, "Okay, we'll come pick you up." So she's sitting in the car, and she said, "I guess I'm not going to White." She was supposed to be going to White, and we said, "Why?" She goes, "Because I have to fix the car." I'm only seeing it from the back. It doesn't look too bad. We went up to the front. She went with some friends again to see a boy. They were going to try to talk him into coming to the corn maze. She went past into a parking stall where there was a huge metal pipe, and when she came out, I guess she didn't even see it, and turned like this, caught the front bumper, pulled the front bumper off, destroyed the grill on the front, took out the light, took out and scraped it down the door. We went, "Oh, okay."
Her solution was duct tape though.